Welcome. Today we're going to dive into the power of automation to solve all sorts of problems. We're talking everything from the tiny, everyday annoyances on your personal computer all the way up to the massive challenges that entire companies face. We'll explore how one single idea can scale in some pretty incredible ways, and we'll do it by looking at two fascinating tools from MeJuvante.
All right, so let's start off with a bit of a riddle. What on earth could your PC's power button possibly have in common with a super busy hiring manager? I know, it sounds like the beginning of a really bad joke, but I promise you there is a fascinating connection here. And by the end of this explainer, you're going to see exactly what it is. So here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the big picture idea of personal versus professional automation. Then we'll zoom in on a tool that solves a daily frustration we all have. After that, we'll scale way up to a major business challenge, see how AI is totally changing the game in hiring, and then, finally, we'll connect it all back to one single powerful philosophy. You know, what's so interesting about this is that the whole principle of smart automation, it's not just for giant corporations with massive assembly lines. It's really a mindset. It's something you can apply anywhere there's an inefficiency, whether that's saving a few watts of power in your daily routine or streamlining a really complex business process. It's all about identifying a pain point and then building a targeted tool to fix it.
Okay, so let's dive into our first example, and this is one I think a lot of us can relate to. We're talking about a simple, elegant solution to a very common frustration. It's a tool called MeJuvante.
Come on, we've all done it, right? You step away from your desk for a meeting, or maybe a background task finishes super late, or you just plain forget to shut down at the end of the day. In all that time, your PC is just sitting there, burning through power, draining the battery, and adding unnecessary wear and tear. It seems like a small thing, but trust me, it really adds up.
Now, a lot of people use sleep mode, but that's still using a little trickle of power to keep your memory active. Hibernate mode? That's the real hero here. What it does is it saves your entire session, all your open apps, all your documents, straight to your hard drive. And then it turns the machine completely, totally off. We're talking zero power usage. And when you start it back up, everything is exactly as you left it. So this tool makes using hibernate mode just effortless. You just set a simple timer, and it handles everything else for you. But the design is actually really user-focused. You get this subtle little floating countdown panel, you get a final warning so you don't shut down by accident, and the whole thing just runs quietly from your system tray. It's the kind of automation that actually gives you more control, not less.
And the whole process couldn't be simpler. You launch it, you set a timer, maybe you use a quick preset or a custom one for a long download, you click start, and then you just get on with your work. It's a classic set-it-and-forget-it solution, and it frees up your attention for things that actually matter.
Okay, now let's scale up. I mean, way up. We're moving from a personal PC problem to one of the biggest bottlenecks pretty much any business faces, finding and hiring the right people. Let's see how that exact same philosophy of targeted automation applies here with a tool called MeJuvante.
I mean, this slide tells the whole story, doesn't it? The old way of hiring, just manually sifting through hundreds of resumes, is painfully slow, it's prone to human error and fatigue, and it almost guarantees that some really great candidates just get lost in the shuffle. The new way, the one powered by AI, is the exact opposite. It's fast, it's consistent, and it's incredibly accurate.
And the costs of doing things the old way? They're huge. Just think of all the hours your team wastes reading resumes that are a complete mismatch. Or the top-tier talent that gets hired by a competitor because your process was just too slow. And don't even get me started on the inconsistency, when one recruiter values certain skills and another just completely overlooks them. These are serious business problems that automation is perfectly suited to solve.
So how does AI actually solve this? Well, let's take a look at the MeJuvante advantage. This is where automation moves from being a simple timer to a really sophisticated, intelligent system that's designed to supercharge the entire front end of recruitment.
And here's the proof in the pudding. A 40% reduction in time to hire, that is massive. This quote from Rahul, an HR head, it really nails the two key benefits. First, the accuracy of the AI in finding the right fit, and second, the sheer efficiency of batch processing, which he says saved them countless hours. This is the real-world impact of professional-scale automation. And when you look under the hood, the platform is just packed with these powerful features. You've got your instant matching, of course, and the ability to process hundreds of resumes at once. But what's really clever are things like the email listener, which automatically scans your inbox for new applicants and matches them on the fly. It's like having a 24/7 digital assistant for your hiring team.
And this is the result. Instead of just going on a gut feeling, recruiters get a hard number, a data-driven score that instantly tells them how well a candidate's skills and experience line up with the job description. A score like 92% doesn't replace the recruiter, it empowers them. It immediately pushes the most promising resumes right to the top of the pile for human review.
So, you take this really complex, time-consuming process and you boil it down to 3 simple steps. You upload your materials, you let the AI do all the heavy lifting of matching in seconds, and then your team can focus all their energy on the most valuable, human part of the job, interviewing the best fit candidates and making the hire. Okay, so let's bring it all back together now. We've looked at a simple little PC utility and a super sophisticated AI recruitment platform. On the surface, they seem like they're worlds apart, but as we've seen, they are fundamentally connected by the exact same core philosophy.
And this table just lays it out so perfectly. Both tools solve a very clear problem, just for very different users. MeJuvante uses simple timers to solve power waste for one person. MeJuHire uses complex AI to solve inefficient hiring for an entire company. The technology and the scale are totally different, but the core approach, it's identical. Find the friction and fix it.
And that really is the heart of it all. It doesn't matter if the problem is a tiny little energy leak in your personal workflow or a massive inefficiency in your company's operations. The philosophy is exactly the same. Find a point of friction, a frustration, a bottleneck, and then apply the right level of technology to build a smart, elegant solution that just makes life easier.
And that leaves us with one last thought. You see, automation isn't some far-off future concept, it's a powerful tool that's available right now at every single scale. So the real question is, as you look at your own daily routine or your professional work, where's the friction for you and where do you need it most?